Over the last few weeks, the News Channel 3 I-Team has been riding our public buses to see how many people are actually getting on board.
In Grand Rapids, bus ridership really is a sensitive issue after voters there approved a controversial new tax to fund expanded bus service. But there are questions about whether or not this new service is booming or failing. Tonight, the I-Team is on Waste Watch Patrol. News Channel 3 Chief Investigative Reporter David Bailey joins us now to tell us what he found. David.
Good evening, Andy. Voters passed a tax increase for new bus service by a mere 136 votes a year ago today, a very close and controversial vote. Tonight, we show you how the I-Team boarded a bus for a long, lonesome trip, one of many trips that could prompt questions whether the big expansion is just a big waste.
Only the lonely.
Oh, how lonely the road can be on a Grand Rapids public bus around midnight. The I-Team took the Route 1 down Division Avenue by the number supposed to be the busiest bus in the entire system. So this was a shock. Way too comfy. Nobody was around. In fact, using our cell phone camera, we can tell you we got our own private ride, 3-mile private ride all the way to 54th Street.
Thanks for the ride, sir. Have a good night.
Have a good night, he said. That's what we wanted to know, whether the rapid bus system was having good nights. After all, taxpayers are paying more than $1 million annually for the rapid bus system to put more buses on the road in the evening, 6 o'clock on, and expand service longer into the night past midnight. The I-Team obtained hours of video from in-bus video systems through the Freedom of Information Act, video that gave us much more detail. This is Route 44, 8 different cameras on board, midnight, Granville to Grand Rapids. We watched for nearly 1 hour, not a soul, not one person got on this bus, 0 ridership. This is Route 17, late at night from the Ford International Airport to Woodland Mall. You see those two back there? Well, they got their own private ride on this night. We even sampled in the daytime, Route 12 around noon. Our cameraman in the foreground shooting these images while I sit in the back waiting for some company that never showed up. Finally, we checked out that Route 1 again near midnight, the busiest route in the system, supposedly. Last ride of the night, this time not a private ride, saw a group of 8 people that dwindled to 3 by the end of the ride. The bus can safely have around 70 people. We took what we found to the Rapids Chief Executive Officer, Peter Varga, who told us despite what we found, he thinks the night expansion's been a raging success.
The ridership increases are proving that they were very good investments.
We went beyond the video request to get ridership numbers for a sampling of 100 bus trips Monday through Friday late at night when service was expanded. For 6% of those rides, 0. That's right, 0 passengers rode the bus. 32% had 3 or fewer people, 56% 6 or fewer, 80% fewer than 10 riding the bus each time. Most of the 100 trips surveyed were part of the expanded service, but get this, the average ridership for the new trips added, thanks to the new tax, 5.64 passengers. Federal documents show the Rapids operating expense per bus hour, $74. You do the math, with 6 people on a 1-hour ride, all of a sudden cab fares looking competitive and watchdogs are angry.
We've been saying this for several years that the ridership is low on an average, and doubling the number of buses out there is just going to make it worse.
We had our own private ride all the way to 54th Street. I mean, how do you react to that, the sight of that? The last thing you want is empty buses, right?
Actually, the last thing I want is empty roads, to be honest with you. Why did I pay for a road that's now empty?
But why ride a bus when you have nobody that's there?
It just so happens that nobody wants to go at that time on the road. Now, the question is, I'm happy that you were on the bus, because that's one more ride we got at night.
He might be happy about our trip, but the CEO wasn't happy with this continued questioning. So you're saying you have no problem with empty buses? It's costing $70 per ride for taxpayers. That's what you charge to GVSU per hour. I mean, a lot of people say that's just flat out waste. Do you? Do you think that's wasteful? You have empty buses. I mean, there were 6% of the 100 buses we surveyed in 1 week were empty, the entire ride. Do you have a problem with that?
Far and wide, the Rapid is the most inefficient and the most ineffective at the tax money it spends.
But even the staunchest critics of the Rapid want to see the bus system succeed, the performance voters expected last year. Unfortunately, though, nobody could tell us a new plan or a new way to stop those private late-night rides. Now, there is immediate fallout from this investigation. Leaders in two communities, Walker and Granville, tell the News Channel 3i team they are now going to be collecting signatures over the next few months to put to a vote a measure to back those cities out of the Rapid bus system because of perceived waste. Coming up on News Channel 3 Live at 11, what that means. Also at 11. Can you say that that is an accurate portrayal of the numbers?
You can't put words in my mouth. What I'm saying.
Now, Peter Varga, the CEO, shown right there of the Rapid, earns more than $200,000 a year, higher than any other elected leader, including our governor. Tonight, he'll defend his ridership numbers, even as facts show the numbers are wrong. Also, we'll tell you what question we asked of him that prompted him to bolt from our interview. David Bailey, News Channel 3i team.
David, thank you. Our I-team is looking for more examples of government waste. If you have evidence, we want to see it. Email your ideas to iteam@wwmt.com.